Hey guys, well, there has been a really big uptick in AI data centers recently. And a lot of the big tech companies have been rapidly investing in buying a bunch of land just for AI, not any other compute workloads, specifically AI. So I'm going to go ahead and get into two very prominent cases today in today's video. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to start off by looking at this news article by Amazon themselves, and it basically goes over how Amazon is planning to invest $10 billion specifically in North Carolina to expand cloud computing infrastructure and advance AI. Now, this is going to be an AWS data center, so basically this is going to be combination AI, but also customer AWS jobs. So all in all, it's not like solely AI. They're also going to be making some AWS money off of it, but very interesting nonetheless. And there's a track record I've kind of noticed here. A lot of these companies are going with these sort of not commonly used states. I think mostly because the real estate is way cheaper. So instead of making data centers in like Texas or California or any of these places, they're going with places like North Carolina because, well, space is cheap there, at least as far as I'm aware. Like in the more rural parts of the United States. Not saying that North Carolina is a rural state, but it does have some rural parts, and it's not like a super duper popular state like Texas or California. So when these companies are going with these sort of like big new infrastructure things, I think they're going for the cheaper states to buy land at because, well, they're cheaper, and usually comes with it a very eager workforce who'd be willing to do these sorts of jobs. Now, Amazon is investing $10 billion. Microsoft is going a bit of an interesting route. They're doing $400 million in Switzerland, actually. So Microsoft's not even doing this in the US. They're just saying, you know what? We're just going to go to a whole other country. So they're building a huge AI data center in Switzerland, apparently, which is interesting. I'm not really sure what the choice was there with Switzerland, but they're going with Switzerland here, which is interesting. I don't know what the prices are over in Switzerland, so maybe this is a good move, maybe this isn't. I don't know what the real estate market looks like in Switzerland, but apparently they're investing a really decent chunk of money in Switzerland. And on my previous video, I pointed out how Meta is spending a whole bunch of money on a 20-year deal to revive a nuclear power plant in Illinois. So a lot of these companies are going with these not like super high density, super popular places. They're going with more rural areas. Or not necessarily rural, but just less popular places real estate wise. And honestly, it's kind of genius. The fact that they're going with the less popular real estate options, it is kind of genius. Think about it. If you're going to need to get so much land to put a bunch of computers in, where would you want to buy that land? Probably where it's the cheapest, right? They already have a lot of land in a bunch of areas such as California, but the markets there in these really popular states are way too way too overcrowded. There's already a bunch of land there that has been built out. There's the prices are exorbitant, among other things. So areas like California or Texas just don't really fit the bill because, well, they're so popular now that large chunks of land just aren't going to be that cheap. But in comparison to a place like North Carolina, it'd be a lot cheaper. So I kind of understand the direction they're going at here. It does make sense. Quite frankly, I do get it, and for what it's worth, in my opinion, I think it's actually kind of genius. So I feel like what this means is that if you're in one of these places, such as North Carolina, be on the lookout, because a lot of tech companies are starting to move away from the like super tech populated centers like California and Texas, and are putting data centers in a lot of different areas, especially for AI tasks, because, well, again, the land there is a lot cheaper, and AI data centers require quite a lot of space. So if you're in any of these areas, you might want to stay on the lookout, because there might be some interesting job listings for you soon. I'm just saying. That is about it for today's video. This is just something really interesting that I wanted to point out, that I've kind of noticed that a lot of companies are just starting to massively build up all of these data centers in these not only cheaper areas that aren't usually as tech heavy, but also because the AI demand is getting so high that they need to build these data centers mainly for AI tasks. So it's just something interesting I've noticed. That's about it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care of you guys, and remember to stay safe out there.